Okay, now let's see. I will just log into the other system. Okay. Okay. So when you logging into the system, okay. So I'll just give you some basic knowledge on the SAP login pad. What we need to do. Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you can see that properties here. In the properties level, you can see that what server it is like. Okay. The description it will be give like exactly what is the meaning of the server. Okay, what is the system, which system you are planning to log in, and the application server and instance numbers, system ID unique for the servers. Okay,
yeah,
so what do you mean by that? Okay, see, suppose let's say in the real time. Okay, in the job how they will do. Okay, let's assume that I have the development server. Okay, and I have that. I will tell you that what is the development and quality and all. Okay, let's say we
yeah,
have three like this one. Okay, let's say some. Okay, this is the one system, this is the one system, this is the one system. So when there is a separate system, what will be happen? Okay, I can have the separate properties for each system.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so now I'll be entering that this is the dev. Okay, development system. Let's assume okay, development system. Okay, and this is the quality. Okay, and this is the
yeah,
production.
yeah,
Okay, so what it is like, okay, I'll just tell you that how it will go. Okay, now in the development system, okay,
yeah,
we'll be developing that. Okay, if the my company wants to use, okay, what kind of the screen they want to use and what kind of the data they want to use. Okay, that means what how we can operate that. Okay, so
yeah,
suppose let's say my company they are doing export sales. Okay, and
yeah,
local and export sales and local sales. Okay, so
yeah,
there must be there must be differentiate the export sales and the local sales. Okay, we can provide like different number ranges or different some fields are which is important like the export sales what will be happen might be we need to add some additionally tax information, right, when
yeah,
we are exporting. If it is internally local, then we don't need that much of the taxation. We need only internal local taxation numbers, right?
yeah,
So, every procedure have their own requirements, right?
yeah,
So in that case, we will be design that how the client is looking into the requirement that the requirements we are designing here. Okay, so
yeah,
in the development what will happen it is like a configuration, okay, and configuration and development. Okay, development is like a you can say design, you can put like a design. Okay, how to like, okay, you can put like development. So development is like a customization. Okay, you
yeah,
can put like I will do one thing, I will do customization like.
yeah. That's bad. Yeah,
Okay, so configuration and customization. So okay, so
yeah,
configuration and customization. So configuration is nothing but like a, whatever the standard possibilities are there from our functional consultant. Okay, there is a two consultants are there. One is uh, functional consultant and one is technical consultant. So functional consultant will design the only whatever it is possible in the without changing the code. Okay,
yeah.
if you want to,
What's the first one called?
I will tell you. So the functional consultant, I will tell you. Okay, so there is a functional consultant,
Oh, yeah, yeah,
okay, and technical consultant.
yeah,
Okay, so if suppose let's assume that you have the let's say okay, okay. Now what I can do, let's say I will give one example. Okay, if I am using the Apple browser, Okay, I'm using the Apple browser. Okay, so
yeah,
there it's like if I'm going to log in. Okay, if I'm going to log into the Apple, then what will be happen? There might be, it will be asking that, okay, are you from the Apple user, or are you from the Apple employee, right? So
yeah,
how it will ask, it like you are the employee, or you will be asking like are you using user, or you are admin, right? Or you are, or else you are the service provider, right?
yeah,
So there are so many options when you're logging into that, right?
yeah,
So
yeah,
these we can, these settings and all we can do. How many ways they want, I can give that as a functional consultant. But technical consultant, what they will do, if they want to be add some coding inside the
yeah,
program. That means front end I can see like login, employee, user, admin, and all I can add. Okay, in front of the
yeah,
screen. But in the back side background, to represent these values or to represent the screen, okay,
yeah.
they must be add some coding.
We have to code it for the
Yeah,
computer to
correct.
say
Yeah,
display
correct.
login employee.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. So
Yeah,
so technical is different and functional is different. Okay.
yeah,
Okay. So we are the functional consultant.
yeah,
Okay. Technical consultants are ABAPers. Okay. These are the ABAPer. Okay. We call ABAP consultant. Okay. They will do in the code changes. Okay. If the client is asking that, looks like that screen is not very interested, I need something different than the standard SAP.
yeah,
Okay, so in that case, they can design. They can how they want to be designed, that like they want to be show their logo in the screen, or they want to be show like something different screen. Then that screen can develop by above. Okay,
yeah,
any control from the backend that they will do. Okay, if you take a mobile only. Okay, so mobile, what will happen if there is any technical problem, it is there, what you will do, you are going there technician, and they will be checking that inside the board and connections, everything, right? That is
yeah,
hardware related. Here in the software, what will be happen, code level, they will go. If you go to HTTP, okay, so if you, I'm going to Google, let's say assume that I'm going to Google. Okay. So I have the Google. I'm going to the Google. So what will be happen? So I can see this Google screen here. Okay, I can see it like this one. So I have the option like Google search. I'm feeling lucky, and there is some options like different languages, right? So
yeah,
this we can do, but inside the program to represent these values, or to see that, there will be must be some settings will be there in the background, right? Like code
yeah,
level, right? So that will
yeah,
be done by, okay, that will be done by code level. Financial, whoever technical consultant, they will be represent. So we are from the functional consultant. What exactly the client requesting to operate, that we will be doing. Okay. So
mm,
if
mm,
it is configuration, okay, if it is configuration, then okay. So wherever there is option like, if see here, I have option like Google offered that there is a languages, Hindi, different languages are there. Okay, if you want to add some other different languages, you can add it. That is the option like standard, which is Google, which is providing that. Okay, if there is any new language, if you want to be add, okay, I can add by with functional consultant. Okay, so no need to
yeah,
technical consultant, no need technical consultant, right? But if it is completely the language itself, it is not available in the standard. Okay, so you need to be write that the conversion, language conversion from the one language to another language. Okay, then that code, if it is required, then technical consultant will do.
yeah,
Okay, so in this case, we are doing the configuration, and developer, the technical consultant developer will do the coding changes, the customization related. Okay, clear?
yeah, yeah.
Okay. So in this development system, it will be operating by functional consultant and technical consultant. Okay, who will operate this one?
Functional
Functional
consultant.
consultant and technical consultant.
Yeah,
Okay, so functional consultant and technical consultant. Then,
Yeah.
okay, so if you want to do one round of the testing, you can do here. Okay, as a you want to be do one round of testing, normal testing, you can do it. Okay, so now coming to
Yeah.
quality system. Okay, quality system, what will be happen? This is for the testing purpose, testing and okay, um,
Yeah.
UAT. UAT is nothing but like a user acceptance testing. That means testing will do by our functional consultant, whoever they are their functional consultant. They will be doing the testing. Whatever we did changes in the top, that is working or not, we will try in the quality system.
So they're
Okay.
testing the changes
Yeah. Whatever the
to make
changes we
sure it's
did,
safe.
whatever we did the changes. Okay. So if you want to be a little bit, if you want to say like, C language, C++ language, do you know .NET or C language or something Unix?
I'm not familiar with C++.
Okay, okay. See, generally normal. How we'll write if condition, loop conditions. Do you have idea?
Oh, if when statement all, yeah, yeah, that
Yeah.
I'm
Okay. So,
somewhat familiar.
okay. So when you writing the that if condition and all, okay. So the
Yeah.
output whatever it is coming, that is the operating by end user, right?
Yeah.
That means the user is. So the UAT will be performed by end user. Okay, end user is nothing but like, okay. So here I will be adding one more, which is like end user. Okay, so end
Yeah.
user or core user. Okay, okay, and okay, whoever they are operating. So these are people are front end of the system. They don't know what it is happening in the background. So like we are
Yeah.
using app, mobile app. So we just clicking on the app and I'm using that. Okay, I don't know what happening in the background. So whatever the option I have, I am using that option, right? If I want to
Yeah.
open the mail ID, I just click on the mail app. If I need Facebook, then I will just click on the Facebook. If I need Instagram, I just click on the Instagram and I will be entering my ID, user ID, password, and I'll be operating. And if I want to write some notes or something which I can write, or I can post something, I can post it, right? So end user
Yeah.
job is the front end screen. Front end screen, they can operate. Okay, so
Yeah.
whatever we did, the changes, customization, configuration, everything, the front end, the user will test it,
Yeah.
right? And they will confirm that, okay, hey, this is my requirement, it is working.
Yeah.
Okay, right? My requirement is, that is my requirement, it is working. Right, right. So, so before going to the user, we also need to be test as a front end user, and we'll check that, okay, whether the client, whatever they requested, that is working or not.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is the testing. If testing operated by our functional consultant, that is the testing. If the testing will be done by user and accepted that testing is working as per the fine, then that is a UAT. Okay, we can say here simple if you want to understand. Okay, FUT. We can say FUT like testing is functional unit testing. Okay,
Oh, what
number
does
one,
UAT stand for?
functional unit testing.
Unfun. Okay.
Functional unit testing. Okay, and UAT is nothing but a user acceptance testing.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so user accepted the testing. Okay, clear.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hmm.
now, so now what will be happen first for design and configuration, that is the one system. Okay, one SAP
Yeah.
system. Then after that I move these changes to here quality system for testing. Okay, and we did the unit testing and user acceptance testing. Okay, then if everything looks good, okay, then okay, this is the what we actually looking into that everything is looks good. So please send the this changes to live system.
Yeah.
This is the live system. Okay, so
Yeah.
this is the production system, live system. If I move the changes to here, I can use as a live. Okay, so what is the meaning of live
Yeah.
system? Okay, so daily operations, whatever we are doing, daily operations or whatever the transaction we are using, all it will be like live system. Okay, so
Yeah.
if I want to say simple example, okay, if I'm going to nearest to Walmart showroom, okay, so they are scanning the product, right? So they're
Yeah.
scanning the product and entering the quantity, and they're saying that this is the price and they're selling this goods. Okay,
Yeah.
is it correct? Walmart, they will scan the product, right? They have the barcode. They will be
Yeah.
scanning the product and they were selling to the customers. Okay, that is the live system. That
Yeah.
means it is a regular operations, daily operations. Okay,
Yeah.
so
It's always happening.
yeah, so every day sales, purch- purchasing, okay, and production, maintenance,
Return.
all it,
Return.
yeah, all it will come under the this. Okay,
Oh,
so all
yeah.
it will come under this one. So as of now, if you see that these systems are only for, so only we are doing for the testing and changes and all, but it is a live system. Once live system is, it is moved to live system, then it will be impacted on the regular live information. Okay,
Yeah.
so this production system will, we don't have the access to do any testing and all. We can only see the display. That means if they performed anything, I can see the value. That's all. I cannot do anything. I can see
Yeah.
only the value. Okay. But
So
until
everything is
here,
all is
yeah,
yeah.
until here, the quality and development, we can do whatever we want. Okay, depends on the configuration, depends on the changes, depends on the testing and all. We can do whatever we want. Okay,
Yeah.
but in the production system, you cannot do anything because as a functional consultant, my job is already over at a development system and quality system. So production system is whether whatever we designed, okay, whatever we fit that is working or not.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so if you want to say
Yeah.
simple example, okay, and hardware, in the normal example, okay, let's say I have that some cloths like let's say I have some kind of the fabric. Let's say some that I have the fabric example. I'm just giving a small example. Okay,
Yeah. Silk fabric.
yeah, let's say example take fabric. Okay, so what will happen fabric? My, so I'm planning to I want one suit. Okay, let's say I want one
Yeah.
suit which is like 34 size and maybe okay 36 is the okay, trouser and shirt. Okay, so which
Yeah.
is size, okay, blazer you can say like something blazer which is like XL blazer. Okay, so I purchased the fabric. Okay, now this is the my requirement is I should see my logo in the my browser. Uh, okay, I want to see my logo. Maybe I have one logo. I just want to see in the on my treasure or maybe browser or maybe on shirt. I want to see that my logo.
Yeah.
So that is
So
my
the tailor.
customization. That was a
So we take
customization.
the tailor will do it.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe if you go to school, they have their own logo on the your dress, right? They have
I
their own dress code. They have their own
yeah.
dress code, right? So,
Yeah.
if this is the my requirement, let's assume that this is the one requirement. Okay. So what will be
Mm.
happen in the development system? We are designing like this one, whatever they requested. Then they will check quality and everything here. The user also accepting that okay, let the quality everything is there. In the production, what will happen? All the children they are wearing that whatever we produce online. Okay, so once it is done, then it's very difficult, right? They are already wearing that dress and already they're wearing that suit, blazer, everything. If it is not fitting as per my client, what client requested, then it's a waste of the cost, right? Waste of the
Yeah.
software and waste of the cost. Okay, so I'm just giving the example. Okay, so like
Yeah.
the client is asking some requirement, you need to be develop that and test it one two try 2 to 3 times, check that everything which is correctly working or not. Then you just need to give to the sample testing to the user to test it. If they are okay, then they will be using live system. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. How
This
we are
is
going to
very
do?
similar. This is very similar to men's warehouse
Yeah,
because
correct.
the functional consultant would be the tailor The quality test would be giving the customer the suit to try on after he's had it tailored. And then the final step, the daily operation would be him saying, yes, it fits well, I'll take it.
Exactly. Right?
Yeah,
Okay. So now every system have the their own. Okay, every system have the. If suppose I'm just thinking that this is the development, and if I'm just thinking that this is quality and this is the production, you don't have sometimes the authorization for this one. If you still have the authorization, then you can have the only display. You cannot do anything. Just I can see value. That's all. There is no
yeah,
change. There is no. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
Now, now if I go to development system, let's assume that if I'm going to development system, what will be happen? Okay, so there must be have the client number in the top if there is a client number. Okay,
yeah.
okay,
Even mine is
so
also 800.
yeah, it is a different for the each and every server, each and every
Oh,
system. Okay, so it is not
yeah,
constant. This is a might be difference client number. Okay, here
yeah,
if you see that this is 800, this is for only education. Okay, so for okay, and development system what will happen, the maybe the depends on the basis team, basis consultant will design that how they want. If I'm just giving the example like okay,
yeah,
my client have the 100. Okay, 100 is I can say golden client,
yeah,
and if I say that 110 is the development client. Okay, and 120 is the unit testing. Okay,
yeah,
okay, and one like 140 is the sandbox. That's it. Okay, I will just tell you what is the difference. Okay. Now, golden client. What is a golden client? Functional consultant can only do this one for changes, the configuration changes, which we discussed, right? Configuration and all.
yeah.
Okay. So that I can only do in the
On the
golden
front,
client,
yeah,
in the
yeah.
golden client. Okay. And the development client is nothing but like a code changes and all. Okay. Technical
The
consultant.
back end,
Okay. So
yeah,
technical consultant can do these changes. Okay, development change. And unit testing is for the one round of testing. Okay, one round of
yeah,
testing because whatever we did the changes, whether it is operating, can be operating or not. Okay, maybe exactly the scenario which is not, maybe it's not available, but I can do some one round of testing. Okay,
yeah,
and this is the testing which is like a scrap box. Okay, so if you want to trial, you want to use some trial, you can do it. Okay, so
yeah,
it won't be impacted anything. If you want to do something like a trial and all, you can do it before going to the golden client or development client to unit trial. If they want to do something in the sandbox to check that whether the functionality will be work or not, that you can try. Okay,
yeah,
so like I can divide like a different clients in the same system. Okay, like I just this is the one system. That in this system I have the different clients like 800, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500 like that. Okay,
yeah, yeah,
so now it is not necessary. Okay, it depends on the client how they want to be go ahead. They can go ahead. Might be somewhere how it will be like they can add both into the one. So they don't have any separate golden client. They don't have any the separate development client. All together they will do in the one single client only.
yeah, yeah,
Okay. So it depends on that because if I have the 100 GB, if suppose let's say I have the 500 GB space, okay. So I have to be allowed like 125 GB for this and 125 GB for this. Like I have to be add everywhere differentiated, right? So if suppose my system performance is very low, okay, I don't want to go sandbox, then this I can remove and I can give some like here I can give 150 GB and I can give here like 175 GB. Okay, I can give like here 175 GB, like I can give like
yeah,
right.
yeah,
Okay, so it depends on that. Depends on the how they want to go ahead, they can go ahead. Okay.
yeah,
Okay. So out of a 500 GB, like so, this is again it's technical that will be taken care by basis thing, but functional consultant level, you just try to understand that what will be. So they must be
yeah,
have the So when you working in the real time for company, you need to check that what is the golden client, what is the development client and unit testing. Okay. So golden client can be done only for configuration.
Yeah.
So it is only configuration, and if you here only development changes. Okay.
Yeah. And that should go in order, right? When I'm doing
Sorry.
like it's good to go in order, right?
Yeah, it
Like
should be go with the
functional
order.
and
Yeah, it should be go with the order.
technical.
Yeah.
Oh,
So development. So this can be done by technical consultant ABAPer. Okay, and this can be done by functional consultant. Okay.
yeah.
So sometimes maybe I can get the requirement directly in the development changes. In that case, I don't need to operate this golden client. Okay. Sometimes
Yeah.
I don't need the technical consultant. Only I can do in the golden client, and I can directly
Oh,
move the changes. Okay.
yeah.
It is
So
not
unit
necessary.
testing, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
unit testing is always coming after the
Yeah,
development.
correct, correct. So unit testing will come always. Either it may be after golden client or it may be all development. Okay,
Yeah.
clear? Is it clear?
Yeah. Clear.
Okay.
Clear, yeah.
Yeah. Now again the unit testing also, if they want that the client they want to be separate that, okay, they can go with like testing system, testing client, okay, and 510 they can do like a pre-quality test, pre-quality test for final confirmation UAT. They can do UAT. Okay, or it is
Yeah.
like they can use like this one. They can use as a pre-quality, and this they can do as a quality. Okay, so they can
Yeah.
do this pre-quality, and this can they can do quality. Okay, so
Yeah.
pre-quality, quality. What is the difference here? Pre-quality and quality. So
Uh,
before handovering to the user, before giving to the UAT, I can do some testing in the 500 and I can move the changes to here and I can go to UAT.
yeah.
Okay. So again, it is not mandatory. Okay. It's not mandatory two clients. Depends on the client. If they want to go with one single one, then they can skip this one. They can do in the one single client. Okay.
Yeah.
It depends again how they are differentiating the clients and all. It depends on the client again. The customer how they want to be go ahead. They can do it. Okay.
Yeah.
Because again that is the depends on the space, right? 500 GB, 200 GB, 100 GB, 1 terabyte, 2 terabyte. Okay. So it depends on again. If suppose you know right partition, you know right partition. What is the meaning of partition? If I have the
Separate.
yeah, if I have C drive, C drive I just allotted 500 GB of the memory. Okay,
Yeah.
but now I just want to divide like D drive, E drive, F drive. E drive have the 250 GB and F drive has the 150 GB. Then the C drive have the only 100 GB. So
Yeah.
whenever I'm just installing the OS and all, it will go to C drive. Then the system suddenly it will be down because there is just too much. Uh, Operating
Data.
systems which we installed into the and the space also is very less, right?
Yeah.
So it
Yeah.
depends. Okay, if I have the more GB and if I want to be go with a systematic way, then I can go and partition. I can do it.
Yeah.
If I don't want, then I can go with the only one C drive. Clear?
Clear. Yeah.
So that is the same way here also. Depends on that how they want to go ahead. Okay.
Yeah.
And again here also they have the pre-production and production have. Okay, so it depends on the client how they want to go ahead. So pre-production and production.
Yeah.
Okay, pre-production and production. Then they might be they can give something. The numbering and all it's not like it is not same. Okay, it will be different to the each and every client. Okay, I'm just giving
Yeah.
the example. I'm just giving the
Yeah.
example, but it is not constant. Okay, but
Yeah.
education point of view, if I'm just logging into that, always I will show you like 800 only. Okay, so this is the education point of view, SAP which is provided for the of students. Okay, but this is the different, and here, okay, this is here. It depends on the basis team how they are designed. Okay,
Yeah.
so it might be 100, 200, 500, 600, 400, 300, but they cannot use 800.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay,
but yeah, yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't add up.
yeah, okay. So This is the way it will be like live system. It will be like so. Looks like every time it will be like okay. This is the one development system, quality system, production system. So if I just log into I got the job. I'm just checking my server details. I'm just checking that. Okay, okay. This is the one quality system. Okay, and this is the one development system, and this is the one production system, and this is the one something which is like BW system. So like
Yeah.
they have the different systems. Sir. Okay,
Yeah.
so if that my client have the suppose let's say my client have the BW, okay, and my client have the ECC, my client have the S4 HANA, okay, my client have the EWM system, my client have the SRM system, so like different systems, okay. So when there is a
Okay.
different systems are there, then again there will be list of the all the
Different
servers,
server. Yeah.
different servers will be there, okay.
Yeah.
So to differentiate that, okay, BW is a different and the ECC is different, S4 HANA is just different, EWM is different, SRM is a different one. Okay.
Yeah.
So do you know that what is a BW? BW is a business warehouse.
Business warehouse.
Okay, BW is
The only thing I know here is S4 HANA.
yeah. So this
That's
is a
because
business
yeah,
warehouse. Okay, and ECC is a enterprise central component.
enterprise central component of
Okay, and if I go to S4 HANA, okay, it is a fourth generation of
SAP.
SAP. Of SAP, which is HANA database. Okay, with a HANA
Yeah.
database.
I tried to download S4 HANA with Microsoft Azure, but
Uh,
it didn't work. It didn't work.
yeah. Okay. And uh, and if you go to EWM, okay, this is the like extended warehouse management.
Extended warehouse man. Oh,
Okay. Then if I go to SRM, like it is a supply relationship management.
yeah. Do they use CRM system also?
Yeah.
Oh,
Obviously. CRM also will be there. Customer relationship management.
yeah.
Yeah. So it depends again. So if they want to go with a separate system, they can go with it.
I
Okay.
had to use a CRM for my class. That's how
Okay.
I did.
Okay. So there are so many things are there. Okay. It depends on the okay. If I have the IS retail, then again I have the Fury related. Okay. Again I have something which is like if I go to uh, retail side. Okay. Retail side we have separate servers are there. Okay. So there are
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
many things there. Okay. So IS
Yeah.
retail, you know, right? IS retail will be there. IS oil is there. Okay.
Yeah.
Something it will be like okay. Yeah. Now, so when I just go to SAP, okay. So we are majorly working on the either ECC or S4 HANA.
Yeah.
From our point of view, MM consultant, either it may be ECC or it may be S4 HANA. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you see that how I can see whether it is ECC or S4 HANA, if I go to click on here, suppose I'm just clicking on that my system. There might be how there will be like EHP 7, ECC 6.0. Okay, this is the ECC server.
Oh,
Okay,
I'll tell you. Okay.
okay, ideas ECC 6.0. Okay, ECC server. If I go to some S4 HANA related, you can see that you can see here S4
One.
1909.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
I
so
see.
it may be S4 HANA server or it may be a ECC server.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you see that if you just now you provided one thing, right? If I just click on this one, okay, this is the like if I just see that this is the like ECC 6.0 EHP 60. Okay, like
Yeah.
that. This is ECC. So depends on the client. It maybe they can use the ECC server or they can use the S4 HANA server. Okay.
Yeah.
So what is the difference between ECC S4 HANA? ECC is the older version now. Okay, and the ECC S4 HANA is the new version. Okay.
Yeah.
So like if I go to ECC, Okay, now it's going on ECC 6.0. Okay, and I can see that EHP 7 is the last one. EHP 7 8 also it is going on. You can see 8
Yeah.
also is there. Okay, so EHP 8
Yeah.
also is there. Now from the 2025 onwards, maybe 2025 or 30. Okay, so most of the people they will convert to S4 HANA.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the meaning of the, so here if you see that ECC, it is only till third generation. Third generation it is like now it is the fourth generation.
Yeah.
Okay, so it depends again client whether they want to go with ECC or S4 HANA. That depends on the client whether they want to be go ahead or not, because again they want to be convert from the ECC to S4 HANA. It is a little bit money concerns it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
So again, they want to be go ahead or not, but after 2030, okay, maybe you can say after 2030, okay, SAP will give support only to the S4 HANA.
Yeah.
Okay, so they will stop this older generation. If you see that I'm using the iPhone 6, let's assume that I'm using the iPhone 6, but now this is like iPhone. Now it's going on the versions like 14, 15. It is running right.
Yeah.
So if somebody, if I'm going to the store, boss, I have iPhone 6, I'm getting some problem to that. Sorry, sir, I'm not supporting this version. This is the older version. You have to be upgrade,
Yeah.
right? So the
Yeah.
older versions and all they will not. So they will not be support after some days. So that
Yeah.
is what the target like 2030. They are saying that only we will be supporting S4 HANA, will not be supporting ECC. But till
Yeah.
2030 they will support to ECC also. Okay. So
Yeah.
ECC before we have the different versions. Initial like 4.7, then ECC 6 5.0. Okay. Now then after that ECC 6.0. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
now it is coming as for now. So this is the all different versions here. Okay. So again EHP and all it is common. Everywhere EHP and all common. That is the enhancement package. EHP is nothing but like a enhancement package.
So slowly over the years, everyone will convert to S4HANA.
Yeah. Obviously they will be converted to
Yeah.
S4. Okay, so what do you mean by enhancement packages? If you see I have mobile, so every time they will be releasing that new packages and all 10.01, 10.41, 10.42. So if I just said I got some software update, so latest software update which is like 10.04 something which I get, right? So what is the version
Yeah.
which is going now in the iPhone, like every time they will release some packages. So what is
Yeah.
that? There might be performance increase, or maybe they can change some new functionalities. Okay, maybe
Better
they can
camera.
adding that. Okay, so that is
Yeah.
like in the ECC also. We have EHP 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now if you see that you are using this one, if I see that EHP 6 it is. So I can see like EHP 6. Okay,
Uh, oh, yeah. Yeah.
okay. If I'm just to seeing my any other thing, if I go to this is the like EHP 7.
7.
Okay.
Oh,
So like everywhere, everyone they can use their own system. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Again,
And some systems are newer than others
yeah,
or
yeah,
hold more data.
correct, correct. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is we called as a okay. Whatever we discussed here, this is called as a landscape.
Landscape. Okay.
Okay. So if they're asking about in interview point of view, whether they're asking about a SAP landscape, okay. So whatever your client they are using, that you can explain. This is the way you can.
Yeah.
So we have the tree landscape. So tree landscape, which is like which we have the development system and quality system and production system. Okay, again each and every again in the development system we have the different clients. We have the golden client, development client, and the unit testing and
Yeah.
sandbox and all. and again quality system again. So if they're asking about that, what kind of the landscape they are using, you can tell that. Okay, if they have the BW system,
Yeah.
you can tell that okay, BW is the one landscape. They have okay, EWM have the other landscape, SRM have the different landscape. Okay, so what will be happen?
Yeah.
Why we have this information? Because uh, if I if I'm operating in the ECC or S4 HANA, that information will be flowing to the EWM, or it will go to the BW, or it will go to the SRM. So like it will be go the data will be flow. Okay. So in the
Yeah.
ECC, I can have the production data, I have the purchasing data, I have the quality data, all this information. That information will
Yeah.
be to other systems. Okay. So what is the
Yeah.
meaning of EWM? Meaning of what is the meaning of EWM? Warehouse activities. Okay. So what are the
Yeah.
activities like warehouse activities like picking, packing,
Inventory.
okay, packaging and wrapping, right? So
Yeah.
they can do whatever maybe all internal warehouse related. Uh, they can do all these things into the consolidation. All these things will do done by in the warehouse. So if I need to do some warehouse activities, I should have the information of the what material I'm getting. So that material information will come from the ECC to EW, because
Yeah.
ECC is the basic system that is have the all the purchasing information, sales information, production information. But I don't have the warehouse information. So warehouse information will be have in the EWM. So I can move the changes from here to this information. It will be replicated to EW. Okay.
Yeah.
So it is not necessary they should be use the EWM. They can also use the ECC for the warehouse activity, but depends on the client how they want to go ahead. Okay.
Yeah.
And the BW is the business warehousing. It is like a reporting purpose. Logical, technical reports like how it will come, like pie diagrams. Okay, if you see that, I can do some pie diagrams, chart diagrams like that, right? Okay, I can do pie diagrams. So these are the very easy if I'm using the BW warehouse, BW system.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is the
Yeah.
purpose of that. Again, SRM is for the supplying relationship. Once I created a PO, okay, I'm just relationship maintaining with the supplier or the on price, everything which we are discussing, right?
Yeah.
So that is what. Okay, then I
Yeah.
think we'll stop today. Okay, we'll
Okay.
continue tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah. I'll get the login for SAP and then I'll be able to do it.
Yeah, yeah. Just try to log in and everything. Then we'll discuss tomorrow. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Then thank you.